Welcome to our video series on offering instant software downloads to your visitors. In this video, we'll explore using an eBook compiler to pull your software package together. In this folder, I have all the files that make up my instant web quiz generator eBook and software. And as you can see, it's a number of graphics and some web pages. And I received the JavaScript code back from my programmer, and if you have any questions about how to use the code, just ask your programmer and he'll talk you through how to add it and include it on your web pages. For example, here. If I open up this web page in Notepad, okay, there are the standard HTML tags. The HTML tag, the head tag, the title tag, and then there's a large script section. So what you're doing effectively, what I've done here is it's a web page, but you've added a lot of JavaScript code to the web page. Again, the programmer you work with will talk you through how to do this for your own pages. So, okay, with all these graphics and with these web pages including the JavaScript code, these are standard web pages. For example, if I double-click this index page, you have to have an index page as the front page of the eBook. Okay, and as it opens, the index page is the front page. And okay, I have some ads on the page, and then the cover graphic, and then the table of contents. Clicking through, it takes me to the table of contents, as you can see. So you can have whatever you want here, and then each of these links link through to another page. This is just a standard web page, but it also contains the JavaScript code for the software. Okay, going back to the folder, all these HTML files, all these web pages, and all these graphics together are the eBook. And as I mentioned, they're just standard graphics and standard HTML, all linking to each other as shown. But of course, they also include the JavaScript code, which is the software code. So now I'm going to take these files and turn them into an eBook that can be sold as software. I have the eBook compiler software open here, and I've created a new blank project. And what I find works well, double-click here, and okay, let me cancel that. Let me quickly talk you through this. Each tab here, I suggest you go through and choose your settings. So choose Info tab, double-click, and it gives you all the options. The title, whatever you want to call your eBook. In my case, it would be Instant Web Quiz Generator. Publisher, I can just put my name in. Copyright, copyright 2006, Louis Allport. Author is me again. And you can add a website if you want, and add an email address if you want. So let's OK that. And those are your eBook info settings. Let's go to Security. Double-click. Allow users to print. There's no real harm in allowing them to print. Allow users to copy. I would say no. Password protection system. If you want to password protect areas of your software or eBooks, you can have an upsell. I'll talk you through that in more detail later. Okay, expiry. Expires never. That's fine. The options are, okay, you have a number of options, but never, you really don't want your ebook to expire. Icon, double-click. Okay, here it offers you a number of different icons you can choose for your ebook graphic. I generally choose the default graphic, which is this, as you can see. Alternatively, there's a wide selection here. So let me cancel that, or actually let me double-click again to bring up these options. Installation option. The first time your user opens the ebook, you can choose to prompt them. And I generally go with on the desktop. So what this means is the first time your user opens up the book, they're asked whether they want to store a shortcut to the ebook on the desktop. And you'll see this when I demonstrate this in just a moment. Okay, Startup. Let's double-click. Startup message. You can have a startup message here if you want. For example, visit my website. And then you can have your web address or whatever you choose. Initial window size. I generally go with maximized. Splash screen. I don't want that, so I'm going to delete that. Okay. User interface. Double-click. What do I want here? Automatically open Internet links in new browser window. That's fine. Menu is shown. That's fine. Next, previous loop. I generally have that disabled. Pop-up menu when you right-click on ebook page. I would say no. Scroll bars hidden. You don't want to hide the scroll bars. Status bar, hide destinations. Okay, I don't have a status bar, so that's fine. I turn the status bar off. Status bar can be toggled on and off. No. Toolbar is shown. Yes. Toolbar can be toggled. No. Toolbar buttons have text labels. Yes. Toolbar contents buttons display pop-up list. No, I don't want that. I do want that. I do want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. If you want, you can pause the video at any time to copy these settings or just play around with them, whatever works best for you. Stop button. No. Refresh button. Yes. Home button. Yes. Or actually, we don't need refresh. Search button. No. Contents. No. Copy. No. Find. Yes. Size. Yes. Print. Yes. Password. Yes. If I have a password-protected area of the ebook. At the moment, I don't. About. Yes. Exit. Yes. Balloon-style tooltips. Yes. Short messages. No. Show destinations for next previous. Off. Window can be resized. Yes. Window is always on top. No. Toolbar position top. Yes. Language English. Okay, that's fine. System pages. Double-click. The About page. System generated. Yes. And you can have your ClickBank ID there so you can earn commissions if people click through the ebook to the ebook compiler page and then purchase the software. I'll demonstrate this as well. So search results. I'm not using this feature, so I'll ignore that. Table of contents. I'm not using this feature either, so I'll ignore that. Colors. I just leave the default colors, so that's fine. OK. Add-ins. I don't use any add-ins. Let's just have a look. No. So let's cancel that. Files. You now have to add your graphics and web pages to the ebook so you actually have content. And the way to do this is Edit, Scan Folder, and let's go to the desktop. And the files I need are in here. OK, and there we go. So it lists the web pages. That's right. And it lists all the graphics. That looks OK. If it lists any files here that you don't want, right-click and choose Excluded. But I want all of these so far. OK. And active variables. I'm not using these in this case. And the output folder, double-click, choose where you want to output the ebook to. So Browse, and I've gone to the desktop, and let's go into the Web Quiz ebook folder, and let's call it Instant Quiz. And it automatically adds .exe to the end. Save, and we don't want to build rebrander at this time. So let's OK. And I've basically chosen all the options I need for this project. So Save, File Save, OK, and enter the Web Quiz ebook folder. And let's just call it Project. That's fine. Save that. And now build and build. And it's done. So if I minimize the eBook compiler software, and here's the eBook folder, now I have the project file and the quiz ebook file, and that's what I would sell. Actually, let me just change the view. That's better. This, instantquiz.exe, that's the software, the ebook software that I would sell to customers. So double-click, and the first time I run it, it asks, OK, there's the introductory message. You can customize that to whatever you want. The first time you run it, it asks, would you like to add a shortcut to Instant Web Quiz Generator on your desktop? Let's say yes. And those graphics and those web pages were compiled into this single ebook, as you can see. And because the web pages all link to each other, when you click, it goes to the Table of Contents page. And when I click on the quiz page, I'm taken to a web page which has the JavaScript code, and it starts automatically. And this is the functionality of the software. So there we go. So that's how you can take your web pages, graphics, and JavaScript code, and using an ebook compiler, turn them into a single file that you can sell as software. And here are the options we chose. We chose the print option is disabled, the find option, but not the copy option, different font options. OK, I didn't actually want the search and table of contents features enabled. So I can actually go back to the project, go to the user interface, double-click, and let's turn off the menu. I don't really need the menu. I don't really need the menu here. All I really want is these buttons. So backwards, home, go back to the index.html page, find, if you want to find something on the page, size, you can make the font, let's go to a page with more text. You can make it largest if you want, which makes things more flexible for the user. And the About page is standard About page with the name of the book, about the author, and about the software, the eBook software. As mentioned, if you put your ClickBank ID there, when this link is clicked, you can potentially add a commission. So that's how you can use the eBook compiler software to take all your web pages, graphics, and JavaScript code and turn it into a single file, which you can sell as software.